All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me for the Coyote Radio Show and podcast. We just got back from a crazy week in Austin, Texas during South by Southwest. Had so much fun. There's music everywhere. We were invited down by Jason Hendrix, which I now consider a great friend. What a host. What a guy. Been on this great show at the Colton House under Meanwhile in Music. So if you don't already follow that, I got links in the description. Follow their pages, all the social media things. But we did four days of music basically during the days, and just absolutely packed it with talent, all different types too. It wasn't just like one style or genre. It was a wonderful blend of music. So yeah, I pretty much was there for the week, but in a few days I crammed in about 14 or 15 interviews, kind of down and dirty style. We didn't have a lot of time with artists because people are just coming and going crazy in all directions. But yeah, it was great to sit down and talk with several artists and kind of get where they're from, what projects they're working on, and kind of what their future plans were. So we kind of, grabbed the gist of it and went with it. So I hope you like these. We're going to roll them out. We're going to send a bunch of them out as fast as possible because we want this information to be current and up to date. But once again, hats off to Jason Hendrix, Meanwhile in Music. Thank you for inviting the podcast down. Hopefully we can do it again next year. And we love you, man. So, all right, let's go talk to some artists. All right, everyone. We're here at the Colton House, Austin, Texas. Mallory will just left the stage. Great performance, by the way.
Oh,
I love your sound. I've never seen you live, but I've listened to your music quite often online and all the streaming stuff.
Yeah.
And so it was a different approach because I've been hearing you full band.
Right.
So even solo, I think your voice even stands out even more. You have a great voice.
Thank you so much.
So. But yeah, we have limited time here, as you know. So kind of just real quick, kind of just give me the rundown, where you're from, how you got started in music, and what kind of projects you might be working on currently.
Yeah, of course. From Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Lived in Nashville, though, for a few years, like 2018, almost 2021. Came back home, and now I'm living out back home in Oklahoma. And it's been really fun being back down here for South by Southwest, and this awesome showcase like today was really fun to do. I think this run was fun picking up with a band, but also doing more solo stuff because I get to kind of play with it a little bit more,
Right.
and move it a little bit more to a live show. But yeah, that's where I'm from and what's going on. And this Friday, full record out, March 15th, the Neon Waltz. It's been
Okay.
3 years in the making. And I feel really happy to hatch this egg that this mama eagle's been sitting on, for a while. Squirrel!
That's awesome. So how many tracks are on that?
It's going to be 9 tracks.
Okay.
And yeah, it's been fun just putting out these singles. And thank you for listening and having me on the show. This is awesome. Sorry you had to track me down.
Yeah.
I had to do an outfit change, trying to be like Reba.
Well, then you need a couple more then.
Yeah. Well, the day's not over. This is only 2, so
2 o'clock or so.
2 o'clock. There'll be about 2 more changes.
You got time.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, that's awesome. Congrats on getting a record. That is, I think a lot of people don't realize how much work that takes, and the planning, and getting all your ducks in a row. And you want to put your best foot forward. So yeah it's kind of nerve-wracking but exciting at the same time. So that's cool.
Yeah. It is the word release. It feels kind of like, building a record is an entire journey, not only as an artist, but you go through it personally as a human. And it changes you, I think, for the better. And I was glad to take my time on the record because it had started in Nashville and then by way of Oklahoma, many studios. It's like, I call it also a Franken record. And because it's kind of chopped up in all kinds of different spaces and stuff, and I had to kind of Mod Podge build it all together. But when it came together, it was like all these different puzzle pieces linked. And so, yeah, I'm excited about it all. And just getting inspired now, being down here and doing more of these shows and some songwriter rounds and stuff. I'm like, I'm in the creative flow again to get writing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. What can you say about as far as the new release, as far as what's kind of like showcased in it? You got a lot of pedal steel, you got more fiddle, or is there any cover tracks or features on there?
Yeah, that's kind of a heavy dose of both. I've kind of set the whole record up to be a complete journey, not only that I was, like I was saying, taking myself personally, but musically, and it kind of highlights, you know, my it's like a time capsule of like my musical growth. There's great pedal steel, Neil Jones on it, and a ton of artists. Forrest O'Connor got to guest on it. I used to tour with them and their band Forrest and Kate O'Connor, and do bluegrass music. So it was great to kind of honor that part of my life too, and have him a part of it, because they would let me step out on stage and sing one of my own songs, because I was doing harmony.
Yeah.
So that means a lot. And the cover song I chose is Blue Skies, originally written by Irving Berlin, but covered by, most famously, many jazz artists, but Willie Nelson in our realm.
Right,
and
right.
I kind of had always heard it as, you know, this meditative, country, dark kind of Appalachia drone sound.
Yeah,
And
I love
wanted
that.
to build colors around the color blue, because you think about the color blue, you can have the end of the night sky, this deep indigo, it's like this heaviness, but you also have a bright blue sky. And I think that's how I felt about the song, because it feels like you may go through hard times. It's okay that it may be a heavy blue now, but it'll be a bright blue tomorrow, you know, and choosing that positivity mindset to like kind of find inner healing for ourselves, but also just love on other people to encourage. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That's a great way to look at it. I mean, that's what's so cool talking to artists, like how much thought, even just in that, just like, oh, we're talking about the word blue. You know?
Right,
like, we're
yeah.
really gonna get in depth here and like encompass this. And I love that. You know, it's great. Yeah, I'm excited to hear it. Then.
Oh man, thank you. Yeah, it's a wonderful collaboration of folks, and a big bulk of it was cut at 115, recording with Wes Sharon in Oklahoma, Norman, Oklahoma, and most of the pickers on it, like Adam Duran, I just saw him last night with Caitlin Butts. He's playing for her, and
she's great.
Yeah, we started out together. Caitlin used to be my roommate, and Sterling Drake too. So it was like having all the old Nashville roomies in the same place was really cool. And
that's how I think I've probably discovered your music through Sterling, because me and Sterling are buddies.
Yeah, I love Sterling, and he's like in Iceland or something right now.
Yeah, he left here and went to Iceland.
Yeah, he was like, well, Mal, you know, I'll see you when I'm back in the States. I'm like, I love that.
That's great.
Super proud of both of them. But yeah, it's this cool community thing that's happening right now too. And not only do I have music coming out, but so many other artists right now are dropping great records. I think we've all just had this opportunity to, you know, yes, so much happened over the last 3 years, but it did allow some space, I think, in some ways to gather inspiration and
find some positives in that.
Yeah,
mess.
like continue to create, you know. So yeah.
That's cool. One thing I noticed, I was down there and caught, you know, a good portion of your set, and then the other half the time I was up here trying to set up. But I like, you have like the honky tonk vibe thing going on in the songs, certain songs, but you all, like you mentioned, you definitely have the bluegrass backing. You did Rain and Snow.
Oh man, yeah.
That's a classic folk bluegrass
Del,
tune.
yeah.
Del Curry, shout out to him.
Shout out to Del Curry.
So I love how you infuse that into your set, and you know, it's just great. You're a well-rounded musician.
Thank
I like it.
you.
I like it.
Yeah, this record's gonna have some other sounds too. I think that are a little heavier and more like almost like real southern kind of swampy rock, ethereal sound. So I'm excited to start.
There's no rules.
There's no rules. There's no rules. We get to make our own rules. I live in a lot of different realms, but I don't like to ever just be in one box. And
Right.
Actually, something about me growing up was like, I actually did opera, and I found out that like Bonnie Montgomery, I guess, has done that too. Someone said that, and you know, it's like I want to be able to honor all the things that have built me, you know, and those are a lot of bluegrass and country, obviously, but yeah, there's like a whole classical world to me as well. And
Cool.
did, like I said, theater. We were putting on these mics, and I had no problem. I was like, oh, I'm right back to it. But
Back in your element.
yeah, just having a multifaceted sound, I think, that still honors like roots country and where you come from. So thank you for saying that. That's exactly who I am. So.
That's great. Well, thank you for being on once again.
Hey, cheers.
Hey, cheers to that. It's early, so.
Yeah, I know I'm being a rebel by drinking this water.
It's fine.
It's good. It's good.
But yeah, check out the description. I got all the links to check out all her music. Mallory Eagle, she got the new project out. Check it out. She's on streaming platforms, and catch her live. You'll love her. Her voice is amazing. If you don't already know, you probably know.
Thank you. That's super
again.
sweet. I really appreciate this time here, and thank you for supporting live music and artists in the scene. We definitely appreciate that. It goes a long way. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Thanks.